The radio show is a magazine show. It's the only authentic magazine radio show in this part of Nigeria. Yes, Femi Ojo is ready to speak with us. Femi Ojo, hello. We're still running Parrot Extra on radio, Ayikoto on radio. Our guest is here, like I said. Ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa tẹ́ ń gbọ́ wa, ẹ má bínú, àtẹ̀dé Yorùbá àtẹ̀dé Òyìnbó la fi ń ṣe ètò yìí, lọ́dọ̀ fi ń fún wa ṣe. Desmond, ṣé ká kọ́kọ́ lọ sọ́jà ní ká wá padà wá? Ó dà, ẹ má bínú, we need to go on this very very short break. We'll be right back. My name is still Olayinka Agbola. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Yes, you're welcome back. We're sorry if you can't lọ pọ̀, no, but we give God all the glory. We thank God. Our guest is here, like I said, but before I take on our guest, I want to quickly talk about our special parents children, because we have Mr. Tunde Adibite of Adibite and Associates said we should give 2 children. The parents special children, for the benefit of our guest that is seated here with us, we use the segment to locate and identify extremely brilliant but indigent students or pupils of primary and public primary and secondary schools in Oyo State, and we've been doing this the past 2 years, and we have been soliciting for our friends to support us. So Mr. Tunde Adibite said we should handle 2 children, and we got this school, Sacred Arts Basic School 2, Okeayo, Apata, Ibadan, Apata side. So we've been talking to them, and Mrs. Bolanle Ojo Olufunsho of Sacred Arts Primary Basic School 2. And we hope to reach out to her because she's supposed to give us the feedback. Tebangoa, Mrs. Bolanle Ojo Olufunsho, Sacred Arts Basic School 2. Amayoju sí, ẹ má bínú. Láre Raji àbí Ọláwálé Awẹ́ wọn ayọ̀jú sí àwọn èèyàn wa, wọn ayọ̀jú sí ẹ ṣé àdúpẹ́. So àwọn ọmọ yìí ẹ máa jẹ́ kí ẹ máa send message sí wa ní WhatsApp 0805 500 1736 bí ẹ bá ti rí àwọn ọmọ ìtọ́lọ́run lè ràn wá sí, ẹ máa send message, a máa investigate, a lè confirm bóyá àwọn ọmọ yẹn mọ̀wé táwọn òbí wọn ò sì rọwọ́ orí rẹpẹtẹ. Ọlọ́run á máa ràn wá sí ra wa. Ibi tí ìlú yìí wà ká máa ran wa lọ́wọ́, ìjọba nìkan ò lè dá ṣe. Ìwọ̀nba táwa lẹ́yìn ṣe yìí, mo mọ̀ pé Ọlọ́run nu ọlá ńlá ẹ̀ á máa bùkún wa, àtẹ̀yìntẹ̀ ń ràn wá lọ́wọ́ náà láti máa ràn àwọn ọmọ yìí lọ́wọ́. Àwọn ògo wa nìyẹn. A ṣe sọ̀rọ̀ àwọn ASUU pé láti kọ́kọ́ sọ ní ìṣẹ́jú mẹ́ẹ̀ẹ́dógún tá a fi bẹ̀rẹ̀ pé tí wọ́n ń ṣe ìwọ́de, báwo la ṣe máa lajú sílẹ̀ táwọn ọmọ ò ní lọ school fóṣù mẹ́fà, gbogbo ẹ̀ ó lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run. Mo mọ̀ pé Ọlọ́run á gbèjà wàjà. Àlejò wa ti wà níkàlẹ̀. Ẹ jẹ́ kí you know it's our tradition here to briefly introduce our guest, and is I'm out of time. I must move as fast as possible. So our guest is a renowned broadcaster, veteran broadcaster, and a Nigeria's former ambassador to the Philippines, Chief Ambassador Dr. Yemi Farounbi. You're welcome to the show, sir. Ẹ̀yin lẹ kọ́ wa ń ṣe bá mi ti ẹ̀ bá yín lẹ́nu iṣẹ́ gan. Kọ́lọ̀ dáríjì mi, ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò wa.
Ẹ ṣé púpọ̀ Ọláyínká
Agbola. Ẹ ṣé Mr. Parrot. Tẹ bá kì mí orí mi ò wù sá o.
Ọlọ́run bẹ́ẹ̀ mú ẹ òde fìlà.
Kò lè mú kọjá fìlà.
Kò mú kọjá fìlà.
So it's nice having you on behalf of management of Splash 105.5 FM. I must thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to be here. Àwọn ọmọ kékeré bá ẹ̀tún wa bá wa ṣeré ní orí ètò. Ọlọ́run á jẹ́ kí ẹ̀pẹ́ fún wa nínú àlàáfíà.
You are yesterday and part of today.
Okay.
You are today and part of tomorrow. So if we don't overlap, there will be no fish.
So we are delighted to have you here on this show, sir. Can I ask you this, sir? What's the secret of this KBKB strength? How do you get energized? At least I see you frequently doing one thing or other, whether online or physically. How do you have you been able to?
Grace of God.
Grace of God.
And I've been used to doing this.
And I guess you won't ever stop doing it.
Unless God says enough.
Unless God says enough.
But so long as I have the strength.
But Ọlọ́run á dẹ̀ máa fún mi ní strength yẹn. Ọlọ́run á máa fún yín.
fún mi lókun fún mi lágbára.
Ọlọ́run á máa fún yín. Torí àgbọ̀ gbọ́dọ̀ tán lórílẹ̀ ibi tí ìlú ti ẹ̀ lọ a ní ìdí yín o.
akẹ́kẹ́ à ń ṣàṣejù à ń jẹ kọjá ibi tó yẹ ká jẹ tó yẹ ká ṣe.
Hope you have been praying for Nigeria, sir.
Yes, I pray for Nigeria. Nigeria is not what I thought it would be, but I have an incredible optimism when Nigeria matter. Bóyá fẹ́, bóyá kọ̀,
Nigeria
bóyá wọn
máa dá.
kò fẹ́, bóyá wọn kọ̀, Nigeria láti dá.
Bóyá àwọn kan àwọn wo lè ń sọ ẹ má sọ̀rọ̀ bí òwe dájú.
Mi ò sọ̀rọ̀ bí òwe àwọn kan wà tí ò fẹ́
Àwọn
kí
kan wo ni
Nàìjíríà
àwọn
dá.
wo ni ẹja nàka sí wọn ká bẹ Ọlọ́run tí wọn.
Ṣé rí àwọn tí jẹ́nu mọ̀ dàrú wọn ò fẹ́ kó dà.
Ah.
Àwọn kan ló ń rí jẹ́nu tí kò bá wá àwọn kan ló ń rí jẹ́ ń bẹ̀. Tí àwọn kan tọ́mọ ò bá lọ léèwé àwọn kan rí jẹ́ ń bẹ̀.
Tí náà ò bá sí.
Tí iná ò bá sí àwọn kan rí jẹ́ ń bẹ̀. Wọn ò fẹ́ kó dà. Àwọn tó máa sọ pé my own is better than yours.
Tí Boko Haram náà bá wà àwọn kan jẹ́ ń bẹ̀.
Tó pọ̀ àwọn ló ń gba ransom. Àwọn ló ń gba ransom tí àwọn victims sọ.
Wọ́n tiẹ̀ láwọn tí wọ́n tún ṣe release àwọn mẹ́rin yẹn wọ́n ní 300 million náà wọ́n á ń béèrè tèmi lọ́wọ́ tèmi lẹ́yìn ìfàṣọrọ̀ pé ṣé 300 million ṣé àkàtẹ̀kọ́ ní àgbò bàbá.
Náírà ni wọ́n pè.
Náírà ni wọ́n pè.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
300 million. Náà sọ lánàá ni o.
Kéèyàn má kó sọ́wọ́ ni bí wọ́n kó àwọn náà mọ̀rọ̀ àwọn tó ń wá náà wọ́n mọ àwọn tó
lè rí 300 million.
Wọ́n máa tó lè rí 300 náírà.
Ló máa ṣàánú fún wa báyìí.
Àwọn kan ló ń rí owó àwọn kan ló ń gbowó yẹn àwọn kan ló yẹ kó ra ẹ̀tùbọ̀n àti ìbọn tí ò rà.
Tó wá ti kìíní ẹ̀ wá ti fẹ́jú kẹ̀kẹ́ but sir bandits this weekend threatening to kidnap some people, Nigeria's number one and perhaps Governor Nasir El-Rufai of Kaduna State. What signal did this development send?
They've gone beyond that. In the last 24 hours, they've attacked the brigade of guards. They ambushed them on the way to Nigeria Law School. So they are already within. They have shown that we are not just making mouth, we are within.
We are real.
We're real. Yes, the Nigeria,
and we mean business.
Yeah, Nigeria Army claimed that they repaired the attack. But there was already evidence of the attack. The attack is not 1 hour away from Abuja, it was within Abuja itself. The attack on the Kuje prison is 45 minutes away from Aso Rock. This attack on the law school will probably be less than 30 minutes from Aso Rock. So they really mean business, and it's an insult.
It's an
absolute insult to the sovereignty of this country. When I hear it, I feel ashamed. I was an ambassador in Philippines, concurrent accreditation to Cambodia. When I visit Cambodia, I'm almost treated like a savior in court. And when I meet the king, and I say, why are you always according me this respect? He said many years ago, they had problem in Cambodia. There was an insurrection. And they asked for Nigerian police, not army. And Nigerian police came to Cambodia and sorted out the whole problem and created order. Nigerian police.
When Nigeria was still Nigeria?
Yeah. Now we are being threatened by terrorists
inside our own country.
And Nigerian army can't cope with it.
Not a lot of police.
The army that went to Lebanon and came out with credit. The army that went to Sierra Leone. The army that went to Liberia. The army that went to Congo. Now we can't even defend ourselves within our own country.
Now we can't defend ourselves within our own country. It's a big problem. If you are just joining us, the program is still extra hour on radio, on radio, and our guest has been Ambassador Yemi Farounbi. He still has so much to tell us. We need to go on this break. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. You're welcome back. The program is still Parrot Extra on Radio, Ayiko on Radio. If you are on Facebook, please join us. We're streaming live. Splash FM 105.5. Splash FM 105.5. We're streaming live. I'll be watching you as you are watching us too. So you remember one bullet draw. So our guest has been Ambassador Dr. Yemi Farounbi, and he's been talking about what he thinks Nigeria will become tomorrow, and he's so optimistic. But I want to quickly ask you this, sir. The two political parties have thrown up men of timber and caliber. as their presidential candidates, at least the frontline political parties. What do you observe from this, sir?
You said two political parties.
Frontline political parties.
One is head, the other is tail of the same coin.
Tall. So we're still talking about the same thing?
You know, there used to be one advert. Atikukoti, Atikukoti, Omi Eko Ekoni. When you look at all of them, the composition, the national chairman of APC, what was it before?
It was a member of PDP.
The candidate of PDP, what was it before? Founding member of APC. And at the time, we got into having presidential candidate of ACN. It's the same thing now.
It's the same thing. And what does this portend for Nigeria? Will it move us forward? Are there deliverables that we should be expecting?
Whether we will get the deliverables or not, are we even asking? Are we asking for what they will do for us? Is anybody telling us what they will do for us? We've only hearing of lifelong ambition. We've only hearing that I've always wanted.
Ẹgbẹ́ kìíní ìwà Desmond.
We'll be hearing that. As I think about Atiku láti gba ayé Abiola, we didn't contest now. We contest 1993.
Articulated contesting candidate.
Who were in 1999? Kò ṣe 2003. Ó ṣe 2007. Ó ṣe 2011. Ó ṣe 2015. Gbogbo gbà ní náà. Gbogbo gbà lára. So they are not telling us what they want to do, and we are not asking.
And we are not asking.
And
instead, we are busy discussing Muslim tickets.
We are discussing irrelevancies. Although Muslim ticket, let me talk about that briefly. Because in any decent society, there are things that you call tradition.
Okay.
After the problem of 1993, the annulment of the election, of Abiola election. Àdẹ̀wò pé gẹ́gẹ́ bí orílẹ̀-èdè pé aláti wá answer sí gbogbo problem. And one of the answers in my pé we must create equal access to power, which means that power must rotate in such a way that there is no Nigerian who will not have an access to it. Doesn't mean every Nigerian will become president, but he will have the opportunity
of being represented.
Yeah. And what does that mean? It means you rotate power from south to north and from north to south. And that was one of the four fundamental principles of PDP when we formed it, that there would be power rotation. But that's in PDP abandoned power rotation. So they abandoned a fundamental objective that all of us subscribe to. Is called an unwritten rule.
Àìṣerú àti PDP ti wá ṣe báyìí.
The other, of course, is that we do a balance in religion. Because the two primary religions are Christianity and
Islam.
And we've always had this unwritten rule that there will be a balance. So one party broke
one law,
the other party broke the other one because they know we are impotent,
and docile.
But having said this, because a country like UK has no written constitution, they are governed by unwritten convention like the one that we are breaking. Now, coming to the election, we have problems. We have problems with security today. So serious. Nobody is talking to us. That if I get there, within 3 months, this is the steps I will take. In 6 months, I will take this step. 9, 12.
I guess they don't want to be quoted because people are quoting Buhari and Tinubu. What they said 8 years ago, 7 years ago, 9 years ago. People are quoting them. So nobody wants to be quoted, sir.
Because they all want to lie. They want to deceive us to get power. They want to use slogans to take power from us. But we must
no concrete promises.
We must insist.
And he must talk to us.
Anybody who wants to lead us must tell us his vision.
Yes.
Where are you taking us?
And we record.
And we record it. And we who are of the media, because this is our job, we record it for them. And our people will begin to insist. So instead of talking about Muslim ticket, which is very fundamental, let us not talk about the two major problems we have in this country today is security and hunger. The economic problem, the cost of petrol, the cost of diesel, the fact that students cannot go to school, the fact that your take-home pay cannot take you home, the fact that the roads are not there.
But wait, how did we find ourselves at this point, sir?
We found ourselves at this point because we don't love this country. In 2014, 2015, when we chose to go on this, it's not one way, one bus.
One chance.
One shot. When we chose to go on this one shot, she wants up for one. À ń sọ fún yín gbà yẹn pé ẹ̀dẹ̀ ẹ̀ ń tẹ̀lé yìí ló mú bàbá olóòtú sọ ọ́ sí hòhò tó gbogbo àwọn èèyàn tó sọ̀rọ̀ àǹdẹ̀ tó sọ wọ́n sẹ́wọ̀n tó lọ lé bàbá olóòtú tó lọ fọ́ ńgbà náà aṣọ náà ẹlẹ́ẹ̀gbọ́ ní kò sẹ́ni tó dáa tó tí ò bá mú Nàìjíríà ṣùgbọ́n mo mọ̀ pé Ọlọ́run máa ṣiṣẹ́ lọ́nà tó bá wù nígbà míì tó bá fẹ́ fìyà jẹ ìlú tó sì máa ń fìyà jẹ ìlú. Tó bá ka kúrónìkù dáadáa tàbí irú àwọn ọba tí nígbà tó bá fẹ́ fi yà jẹ ìlú àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ gan àwa fún ọ lórí tí ó ń nà wọ́n pa.
lẹ́jẹ̀ sọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan pé President Muhammadu Buhari pé àwọn ni punishment Nàìjíríà.
Àwọn bá punish wa ni nà.
tọ́
adé disa punishment.
Dáre Rájí ṣé o ń gbọ́ yẹn.
adisa punishment na.
I deserve punishment.
nígbà tá a bá ṣe à ń ṣe wá báṣabàṣa ó wà ọ̀kadà.
Kábíyèsí.
ṣùgbọ́n tó láyé àti ọ̀run ó wọnú ilé lóru ó ṣe iṣẹ́ tó ní í ṣe.
Clinically.
bẹ́ẹ̀ ni yóò ká dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run náà kí láà sọ a ní ọpẹ́ lọ́pẹ́ rí bí Kudirat ọpẹ́ lọ́pẹ́ àwọn nàìjíríà àdúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ kí àwọn náà wọnú yàrá tó lọ mú mi.
wọn bí ìyá ẹnì kankan jáde.
wá wò yín pé yọ̀ọ̀yọ̀ náà tó máa ṣe kábà wò yín.
àti iṣẹ́ Ọlọ́run ti pẹ́.
àṣẹ tó tọ́.
ká padà sọ́dọ̀ Ọlọ́run mẹ́ni kí ló dúkù láti ṣe bàbá.
ilé ìta ń ṣe kì í ṣe ilé ìta ń ṣe ń sin o torí àwọn ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì pọ̀ o wọ́n pọ̀ rí gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì crusade.
lọ́tún lọ́sì.
night vigil irọ́.
lórí irọ́ ni.
irọ́ àwọn aspat náà máa kún níjọ́ Sunday. àwọn bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń kọrin kóra òní ká máa kọrin àwọn náà máa kọrin wọ́n máa lùlù.
lórí irọ́.
àwọn náà tún ṣe night vigil gbogbo wọn lórí irọ́.
kí lọ ọ̀nà àbáyọ wá dà báyìí bàbá.
ìkíní ni pé akọ́kọ́ gbọ́dọ̀ fẹ́ràn ìlú yìí pé tó bá fẹ́ràn ìlú yìí a máa fẹ́ràn ara wa torí ẹ bá fẹ́ràn ọmọ Nàìjíríà wọn ò ní kó lọ ṣe ọ̀nà 1 kilometre pé kí ọ̀nà yẹn kó jẹ́ 12 inches thick kí bitumen yẹn kó solid kó lè carry body báyìí kó wá lọ mú owó 1 kilometre owó a quarter of kilometre tó fi ṣe 1 kilometre.
Àpapín.
Anybody who loves Nigeria will not walk away with 80 billion naira to do what?
When you don't have mental problems.
Of course, he must have. A lot of people have mental problems in this country. In fact,
And then powerful positions.
yes, I'm working on a project now. I call it mental poverty in Nigeria, because it seems that we are getting mentally deranged every day.
Every day. Hey.
You know, even those who are not in government, when you see what they use money for. I was watching YouTube one day. I saw a party where people were throwing bales of 1,000 naira, and the bill was 500,000. They were throwing it. I said, are these people crazy? And I know people in this country, to just people go water need that is 2 a year one shake, could pay 10,000. For 10,000, well, my million, you want them to be lot time way one a be or so.
And they'll be happy.
What they happy, want them at all more.
Baba, well, our time is fast spent. But I must quickly ask you these 2-3 questions before we leave this show today. Are you one of those supporting the Yoruba Nation movement?
You ask for what is achievable.
Okay.
There is already a Yoruba nation.
Okay.
Because you see, a nation is different from a nation state.
Okay. Maybe nation state for Yorubas, so that we'll be independent, something like that.
I always ask myself, if you want to have a nation state, I knew that Israel became a nation state in 1948 because the United Nations decided that it was time to have a nation place for the Israelites because of the gruesome murder that Hitler subjected them.
Yes.
Beyond that, I know that Czechs and Slovaks broke into two very peacefully because they were only two ethnic nations. I know that Yugoslavia broke into 5. That was a murderous war. I know that Southern Sudan was created after 18 years of bloody war. I know that Eritrea broke from Ethiopia after 17 years of bloody war. I haven't known of a country that fell from the sky.
Okay. They have to work on it.
You fight. Bloody. Are we ready for blood? Are we ready to fight?
Oh, I'm there one weekend.
You don't forget. Do we have the capacity? Have we mobilized the resources to fight?
So
But they tell me
it's
that
more complicated than just using mouse.
Just using mouse. You have to sit and think.
Okay, sir. If you have the opportunity, you are given the opportunity to see President Muhammadu Buhari today, and you are graciously granted the permission to say one or two things to, what would be the first thing that you would tell him?
I would say you can still be the greatest Nigerian that ever lived, and you only need to do one thing. Don't even bother about security. Restructure Nigeria. Let us go back to something that had happened. Let us go back to 6 zones. There's so much money you have in Abuja, which is why everybody is running to Abuja. Reduce it from 53% to what it used to be, 20%.
Okay.
Nobody will struggle to be president.
Nobody.
You will struggle to be the head of your zone.
Before we go, sir, 1 or 2 words of advice for our politicians.
Politicians, tell the truth.
Politicians, tell the truth. It's on this note that we have to round up on this show today. Sorry, we really must find time to bring Ambassador Yemi Farounbi back onto this show. On behalf of everybody here, I thank you. I appreciate your presence here. God bless you. Thank you very much. All of you out there, we thank you. We must round up and we must go. My name is Olayinka Agbolalawadeawe. Everybody, we thank you. Bye for now.